Tonight on Centennial Sportsnet. The Raptors look to start their season in Jurassic style. The North York Rangers and Mississauga Chargers square off in OJHL action. And we give you the razzle and the dazzle in our plays of 2015. Centennial Sportsnet coming up now. Watch it!
Welcoming you back inside the Centennial Sportsnet studios, the Dream Team, AK and myself, Matt Lowry, we're back together for the penultimate episode of Centennial Sportsnet. And AK, the sports landscape in Toronto has changed quite a bit since we were last on this desk. Leafs struggling a little bit. The Jays season obviously didn't finish the way we wanted it to, losing out in the ALCS against Kansas City. But the Raps are off to a hot start, 3-0. New additions of, Damari Carroll, Corey Joseph, the list goes on and on. These are impact players who are making a difference right off the hop.
Absolutely, Matt. After a disappointing exit by the Toronto Blue Jays, the Toronto Raptors are giving this city a reason to be happy and believe again. Of course, they're off to a 3-0 start, about to go on a 4-game road trip, one that will really test their depth. But it's been their all-star tandem backcourt that has really driven them up the standings. A slimmer, fitter Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan really leading this team to success. For more on the Raptors' hot start to the season, we take it to our dynamic backcourt duo of Nelson Perez and Alexis Espejo.
The Toronto Raptors beat the Milwaukee Bucks 106-87 here in the Air Canada Centre in their second home game, third of the season. This also meant the comeback of former Toronto Raptors Gravis Vasquez after being traded in the deadline to the Milwaukee Bucks.
It's kind of emotional. We're here 2 years and we've had a great run. More than that, we got to play better outside as a team. We got to be better. We've been through that for a while, so play well. We got to get it together.
I was like playing against Gravis.
It's always tough playing against guys that I definitely miss him.
Again, we're getting some good looks, good layups at the basket, some rolls. We're creating situations with our offense. We had 22 assists. But again, we just got to get crisper with it. And guys got to understand good shot, bad shot. I think that's why T. Ross and Pat are a little bit more accustomed to getting their threes and knowing they are. And Damari's will come. He's right in the right spots. He's wide open. He's just not really sure right now, and it'll come. But I like our effort. I love the ball movement. We're creating shots for each other. DeMar allowed the game to come to him. Cal, they were trying to take them out with their half blitzes, and they did a good job of finding on the weak side.
This was Twin Case's 157 win, and he surpasses Sam Mitchell for the franchise record most wins by a coach. Now the Toronto Raptors are moving on to a 4-game road trip, starting on Tuesday, visiting the Dallas Mavericks. For Centennial Sportsnet, I'm Nelson Perez.
Over the summer, I had the chance to cover field hockey for the Pan Am Games, and while I had never seen field hockey up close nor played it, I was pretty impressed with what I saw, and you can say the same for the OUAs in field hockey as well. As semifinal action was taking place Friday afternoon, York comes to Varsity Center looking to make a trip to the finals against the Varsity Blues, who wanted to book a 9th trip to the finals in the past 11 years. You can call that a dynasty. And the Lions were tested early, but goalie Chanel Fernando shuts the door on Tegan Stairs, and Stairs with more. She'd center the ball on the corner attempt, and Allison Lee, whose shot goes top corner. It's going to give the Blues a 1-0 lead. Toronto was looking to add to that lead before the end of the half, and you'll see upcoming here, they go tic-tac-toe with a Lauren Sudak goal. And that is going to be a thing of beauty to look at. Now, Second half we go. And you see them celebrating there. Come on, ladies. In the second half we go. The Varsity Blues wanted to ice the game early in the second half. Amanda Woodcroft streaks through the Lions' defense, laying it off for Nicole Spring, who thinks she scores. However, the ref waves it off. And despite Amanda's pleas, Toronto would get another opportunity to put a third goal on the board. You see the corner attempt as Allison Lee finds the bottom right of the net to score her second of the match. No doubt about that one. The ref, well, he's going to agree with them on that as well. And Lions head coach Zishan Minhas, you just saw there, beside himself on the sidelines as you see York's women's field hockey season coming to an end. The Varsity Blues celebrate as they're on their way to the finals once again to defend their OUA title against the Guelph Griffins as they won the earlier semifinal match. And York still has something to play for, however, as they will face the Waterloo Warriors for bronze.
Coming up after the break, we show you Centennial's new favorite pastime.
And in OUA soccer, the Golden Gales look for redemption, facing a familiar foe from last season.
More hoops, more hoops. Stacey Deshawn gets you on point.
All that and more coming up after the break on Centennial Sportsnet.
She doesn't always have time to go to the gym, but when she does, she makes sure to take all business calls and dress appropriately for the occasion. When she just touches the piano, a Beethoven symphony magically starts playing. Her celebrity status gets her in all the A-list parties. She is the most interesting woman in the world.
I don't always drink Dos Equis, but when I do, I make sure I'm already drinking before I have a cigarette. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Welcome back to the show, and I don't know about you, Matt, but there's something about discount Halloween candy that always seems to add an extra cushion before the holiday season. Now don't worry about gym memberships if you get tricked by the treats. You can get a quality workout at your local community college. Our Stacey Deshawn has more on this from our Progress campus.
I'm here at the Athletic and Wellness Center of Centennial College's Progress Campus that offers a variety of sports to students all year round, including badminton, basketball, volleyball, and also one that you might not be aware of. Let's actually take a look right now. Indoor free climbing involves using plastic handholds to scale an artificial wall using varying paths of difficulty. Instructors are on hand to assist anyone who might be hesitant about taking on the rocky challenge. Well, Daniel, how did you get involved in this actual initiative from the school?
Pretty much the rock wall was opened when the Athletics and Wellness Center opened up, which was September 2011. So it's been operating since the gym started. It was just seemed interesting to become an instructor, like to get trained to be able to operate auto belay, manual belay members on the rock wall. So it was just something interesting.
Free climbing requires great strength, agility, stamina, and also mental preparation. Even when you reach the top, your biggest challenge is just the beginning, as Centennial Sportsnet's James Gardner found out firsthand.
Now on a scale of 1 to 10, he might be on a scared level, maybe like a 22. Yeah, I believe in you, man. I think you could do it. If anyone could do it, you could do it. You know why? Because you're you, and nobody else is you except you. How scared were you when you were trying to come down?
Letting down, like, just, it's the instinct, human nature, to not let go of the wall that you're holding on.
Exactly.
And I'm just fearing that my body's just going to fall and crash and everything like that.
You have people staying up there for like 10 minutes at a time trying to calm down. Like, first-timers get up there within like 2 or 3 minutes, and over 10 minutes to come down. So one of the biggest challenges is to come down, and obviously going up, but after you keep practicing, you get the hang of it.
When I climb Simón Bolivar mountain, which is the highest mountain in Venezuela. That moment when I finish and I get to the top, you say, I'm the tallest guy in the country. Cool.
So what is your advice to people that want to try rock climbing? What will make them excited to start?
For my example, take the risk. You need to do it. You need to go in and make the friendship or keep together with the mother nature. It's awesome.
If you're looking to take your fitness to new heights, you can visit the Progress Campus Gym from 1:30 to 4:30 on weekdays to try your hand at reaching the top of the mountain. Stacey Deshawn, Centennial Sportsnet.
To OUA soccer we go now, and last season, the 2014 men's soccer season, ended for the Queen's Golden Gales after a 1-0 loss to the University of Toronto in the quarterfinals, with Narun Savanathan scoring the winner. This year, it's playoff time. And who do the Gales have in the first round? Toronto. You can't write a better script. And could they turn things around this year? Well, spoiler alert, you're about to find out. And quarterfinal soccer we go. The number 3 seed Queen's Gales visiting the number 2 Toronto Varsity Blues, 7th minute. Blues, Youssef Helmi denied by Taylor Reynolds. What a save. And the Gales free kick in the 33rd minute off the crossbar as well, shaving a little bit of paint off of the iron. And 10 minutes from half, Kusha Nazemi threads the needle and finds Narun Savanathan on a great run, but it's called offside. And Andrew Martin as well with a field goal attempt during a soccer game, and it's no good. 45th minute now, and Helmi shows off some skill, delivers a gorgeous cross on a tee for Savanathan to place it in the top corner. A class finish, no chance for Reynolds on that one. 1-0 Toronto heading into halftime, and that is number 7 on the season for third-year striker from Brampton as well. And in the second half, Savanathan, more from him. He'll find Helmi with a cross, and again, Reynolds with the save, keeping his team within a goal. In the last minute we go. Gales' Brevin McKay's cross is right at Rab Bruce Lockhart, and the Varsity Blues win the match 1-0. That's our very own Dwayne Turner working hard on the sideline. That's dedication, folks. Toronto moving on to the semifinals to play cross-city rivals York University, and Savanathan with the lone goal in this match, proving once again his dominance.
Back to hoops now, and if the summer proved anything about Canadian basketball, it's that talent in this country is on the rise. With 13 Canadians on NBA rosters and future stars like Jamal Murray waiting in the wings, the development of the game is promising north of the border. Our Stacey Deshawn caught up with the new basketball league in the city, looking to bring together the best in local talent.
It's the month of November and the NBA is finally back in full swing. And for free agents like LaMarcus Aldridge signed in the offseason, it's a big year to show what you're really worth. And the same goes for all 32 players of the Megacity Basketball OnPointBasketball Free Agent League.
Last month, Megacity Basketball, a premier league for the sport in Toronto, teamed up with the multi-platform outlet of OnPointBasketball to provide players with a draft and combine similar to those hosted at the Pro-Am level. Fast forward to November, and after 5 weeks of play, the league continues to gain ground and garner attention.
In terms of the actual original concept, how did you and OnPointBasketball come up with the idea?
Well, the original concept was put together by myself, Javid, who's our marketing manager, and RJ, who's our commissioner. And, Drew was the first person that came to mind, and I thought he would just be a great partner to work with. And it's showing that Drew and OnPoint were the right people to work with.
Coming from the draft day to week 5 right now, I mean, I think you can see the chemistry between players developing, which is a good sign. The camaraderie amongst the entire league is definitely there. These guys are playing extra hard because they're going against their friends. And I mean, overall, it's just been an amazing experience for everybody. The players, the coaches, the GMs, and I can't be more happier.
I think it was the best idea ever. As soon as they approached me to do it, I thought it was amazing. I said yes right away. To be part of the first original 4 GMs, couldn't ask for a better experience.
I'm here with Paulo Vergara, who helped the top boys win tonight, 68-64. Paulo, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel really good. It was we almost let them back into the game, but I think it was a good, gritty second half. We pulled it together on defense and just did what we had to do. It's a really cool concept. Like as soon as I heard about it, I was probably like the first 1 or 2 people to sign up because it sounds pretty cool, and like the experience is just a lot of fun. Pretending to be a pro every Monday, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
Blown away by every aspect, from the combine to the draft, the players' feedback, the coaches' feedback. So, hey, I'm all excited to do it all again this January.
The inaugural season of the Megacity Basketball On-Point Basketball Free Agent League runs until December 14th, but it definitely won't be the last. For Centennial Sportsnet, I'm Stacey Deshawn.
Next on Centennial Sportsnet, the North York Rangers and Mississauga Chargers charge up in OHL action.
And our own Dario Passarelli begins a 2-part series on the top 10 plays of the year. All that and more coming up on Centennial Sportsnet.
Is your dog uncooperative, unresponsive, or just plain unbelievable? Introducing DOG Training by Tyler Bitton, a comprehensive program that can be all yours for $19.99, including all new methods that probably aren't FDA approved. Other dog training programs leave you stressed out and searching for answers, but the DOG program is designed to strengthen your dog intellectually and physically through time-tested methods that can help your best friend be a better best friend. So you can get back to doing what you love the most, reading cookbooks indoors with no kitchen in sight. And who doesn't want that? The DOG training program, dedicated, organized, and gentle, is on sale for this very special offer of $19.99 plus shipping and handling. So give us a call today at 1-888-944-WOLF.
Welcome back to the show. And while the Toronto Maple Leafs haven't given fans much to cheer about so far this season, fans don't have to go too far to find quality hockey in the GTA.
It's true.
Yes, there are the Toronto Marlies, home to William Nylander and Connor Brown, but we're going to take you to where it all begins for many of these prospects, the Ontario Junior Hockey League. OJHL highlights the North York Rangers taking on the Mississauga Chargers. North York playing their 3rd game in 3 days, and the legs looked heavy. Mississauga's Daniel Pereira streaks in and fires, but Stefano Alonzi bangs home his 8th of the year on the rebound. It's 1-0 Chargers. Rangers would head to the dressing room down 1, looking for inspiration, and during the break, figure skaters put on a teamwork clinic, perhaps a little bit of motivation to act as a team for the Rangers. Second period now, and they come out attacking. Ryan Takamatsu fires a wrister from the top of the circle. The puck deflects to the corner where he lays a huge hit on Francesco Luca. The Rangers would keep coming. The slap shot turned away by Cipollone. The Chargers would turn it back up the ice, and Alonzi dishes it to Steve Mariani. He slides it past Littner. 2-0 Mississauga. Later in the frame, Rangers enter the zone. The puck is laid off for Ryan Hunt. His low shot is turned aside by Cipollone, who makes a great save. So nice, we're going to show it to you again on the replay. Cipollone having the game of his young career, and his teammates, you can bet, definitely appreciate that. Third period we go, and more of the same. Here's a quick look at some of Cipollone's best saves. You think he cares about the team's Corsi numbers? He denies the Rangers in close a couple of times. Some great work on the angles to stop this bounce off the boards as well. And of course, in a game with so much passion and emotion, you're gonna get a little bit of extracurricular activities. What's a hockey game without some shenanigans at the end? Mississauga adds an empty netter. They win this one 3-0. Cipollone, Carey Price-esque, making 45 saves for the shutout. Mississauga with a little momentum after a rough start to the year. They'll look for their 2nd straight W Saturday afternoon against Newmarket.
Well, AK, you're certainly right in saying that the Maple Leafs haven't given fans much to cheer about at all this season, and they might be hoping that the past stays dead. But here on this show, we're going to resurrect it back to life, and we're going to kick off a 2-part series by Dario Passarelli of the top 10 plays of the year, 10 through 6, and also mixing in a couple that probably shouldn't make the list.
you. Sadly, though, our broadcasting time is coming to an end. But appropriately enough, with all endings, that certainly means one thing. Get ready for Centennial Sportsnet's Top 10 Plays of the Year. In this two-part series, we covered the greatest, and I mean greatest, moments that we filmed so far. So without further ado, without any more fanfare, and without any more horrible, horrible rock impressions, let's see what made the cut from 10 to 6.
Number 10, our opening play is an opening goal by the Algonquin Thunder versus the Colts. Centennial controls the opening kickoff, but their slopping passing gets away from them as the Thunder pounce on the ball, passing up to Hayden Simmons O'Grady, who gets by two-goal defender and slips it under the goalie. Now, that's a great way to start a game, and that's how you start a highlight pack. Number 9, GTL action. Young Nationals taking on Toronto Titans, and early on, Chris Pappas picks up the puck in his own zone and takes up off ice. Skating not by one, but two defensemen wristing it far side for such a classic goal. Number 8, Windsor's Terrence Crawford busts out for a 92-yard run in the early seconds of his game against the Griffins and is finally corralled at the 1-yard line. Lancher doesn't stop there though, scores on the very next play. Now that's pretty impressive.
Impressive indeed. But before we move on to number 7, let's take a look at the not so great moments that we covered this year, but are still just as memorable.
Back to the countdown. Number 7. We have stand-up Milton goalie Marcus Samel. Despite allowing 4 goals, he was stopping breakaway after breakaway. Now that's a quick glove hand. Can you imagine what the score would have been without him? We have seen some stops, some goals, and a very long run. But to the hardwood we go when we are witness to what a total team effort can do. For number 6, Ryerson goes the entire length of the court, East Coast, West Coast, as all 5 players touch the ball before Deshaun McDonald finish it for the Rams, cruising to the victory over the Memorial Seahawks. My dear friends, that's how you play the game. And that's also how you roll a highlight reel pack. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll count them down from 5 and reveal what the number 1 play of the year is. I'm Dario Passarelli, Centennial Sportsnet.
Thank you very much for that, Dario. And for Toronto, the sports just keep rolling along. Leafs actually got their second win of the season last night against Dallas. Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn and company. Not too many people saw that coming. And as we mentioned at the upstart of our show, Raptors are rolling as well. 3-game winning streak. They kick off a 4-game road trip tonight in Dallas, the Lone Star State. What do you see in that one, AK?
Well, the Raptors are beginning a tough 4-game road trip against Western powerhouses. What's really improved for them this year has been their defense. 29th ranked last year. They've moved that up into the top 10 for efficiency. The new guys have fit in really well. They just have to play their game, Matt, and they have to make sure that they control the tempo, and they could squeak out a couple of wins on this trip.
And while this isn't our final show for Centennial Sportsnet, it is for me and AK. So on behalf of both of us, we'd like to thank our fans who are watching, all 7 of them, our production crew, and everyone who's helped make this show a success. We couldn't have done it without all of you. So for me and AK, so long, and music's playing. We got to get out of here.
Woo!
AK?